So I'm back with another makeup tutorial, and this tutorial is a very dramatic, colorful makeup look. And I posted this look on Instagram and you guys requested that I do a tutorial for you. So I went back and filmed it today. And this video is in collaboration with one of my friends here on YouTube. Her name is Shay, and she has the channel StylesEdge. So go check out her video. She filmed a colorful makeup look as well. It's a more wearable version. She's using purple as a pop of color, and I did purple, blue, and pink kind of as a very dramatic makeup look. I know this won't be for everyone, but definitely check out her more wearable version. Without further ado, I'm just going to hop right into this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was really fun to film, and I will see you guys in my next video. To save time, I did apply my primer, foundation, and brows prior to filming. And now I'm just going to go in with a eyelid primer, and I'm using the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. And applying that all over my lid, also dragging it underneath my eye as well, along my lash line, just because I'm going to be really smoking out this look and applying lots of color underneath my eye as well. I decided to bring out an oldie but a goodie. It's the first Vice palette by Urban Decay, and I'm using it because it has the shade Chaos in it, which is a blue shade, and it's in the Electric palette by Urban Decay, which I never ended up purchasing, but I really wanted. But I figured I did have colors that were quite similar to that palette, and since it's such a bright, vibrant palette, I could just get away with using the colors I do already have in my collection. So I'm going in with that pink shade in the Vice palette. It's called Noise, and I'm just using a big fluffy brush by Sigma, an E40, and just buffing that into my crease and really smoking it up towards my brow. And then I'm using that Chaos shade that I did mention earlier. It's a really pretty blue shade, and applying that right into my crease and just gradually building it up. And I'm bringing it from my outer corner to my inner and just really taking my time to blend that in. And then I'm going back in with another brush and just further blending, because this look requires a ton of blending. You don't want it to look choppy. And then I'm going in with my favorite purple eyeshadow. It's by Makeup Forever, and it's number 92, and it's such a gorgeous shade of purple, and I just want to work that into the blue and just make a really pretty blue purple look with the pink smoking this color out. And I'm really cutting that crease and really focusing on blending. So just keep going back and adding the intensity that you want to this look. I'm making it pretty intense, and then keep going back and buffing it out just so that it looks well blended. Now I'm going in with a clean blending brush and just blending my transition color, which is that pink shade, in with my crease colors, which are the blue and the purple. And it should look something like this at this point, and now I'm just going back in with a little bit more of that pink shade and just further smoking that out. I decided to go all out with this look and use this beautiful pigment by Geek. It's called Utopia. But first I'm just going in with a sticky base. I'm using a mixing medium by MAC, and I'm just spraying my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus and then going in with that Utopia pigment and just pressing it onto the lid. The Fix Plus is going to make it a little bit easier to pick up the pigment, plus make it a little bit less messy. This is a messy pigment regardless, that's why I have the tissue underneath my eye, and I decided to forego that tissue on my next eye just because it was taking off my foundation a bit and I just didn't feel like fixing it all that much. So I'm going in with that pigment again on this eye and just packing it on. You can keep going back into that pigment to pick up more as you see fit, but I went back in twice and just used it to pack on, then went in with a dual fiber brush and just brushed away any fallout on this eye. For concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm just using my fingers to apply this first, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge. I'm using the one by Real Techniques, and just wetting it a little bit first with the spray bottle so that it blends it out much nicer. So it is a wet sponge, and I'm just going to pat that all in, and then I'm going to go in with this Prep and Prime pen by MAC. I'm using the shade Radiant Rose for this occasion. Usually I use Light Boost, which is a more yellow tone, but I decided to go with this pink tone just for a highlight underneath my eye and on my cheekbone. So I'm also going in with that Real Techniques sponge and just blending everything in. Out of all the under eye setting powders that I have used on my channel in the past year and a half, this has got to be my favorite one. It's the shade Dim by Hourglass, and it's their Ambient lighting powder. It really airbrushes that area and makes it look perfect. So I highly recommend it. If you guys haven't used it yet, I highly suggest you do for the under eye area. It looks amazing. Next, I'm taking another Real Techniques brush, which is a dual fiber brush, and just buffing that pink shade underneath my eye. Pink can make you look a little bit sick and tired, so I am going in with the other colors as well. So I'm going in with that blue shade, which is Chaos, and just really connecting it to my upper blended area, and then I'm going to go in with that purple shade as well and just make the same color that I did on the top. Then going back in with that Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to buff that pink a little bit more just so that it's really smoky looking. And then I'm going to go in with an even smaller brush to really buff out the blue and purple, which I placed on my lower lash line as well. For highlight, I'm just using this shimmery shade from the Urban Decay Basics palette and just grabbing it and putting it underneath the very arch of my brow and just lightly buffing that into the pink diffused crease color. Then taking that same shimmery shade, I'm just going to use my finger and place it in the inner corner of my eye as a highlight. And it should look something like this. And then I'm going to line my eye with the Kat Von D Trooper eye pen. And I'm just going to take it to the very corner of my eye. I'm not going to do a wing or anything fancy, just because I'm going to be applying some dramatic lashes as well to this look. And then I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm not using a lash primer. And I'm just going to put on my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara just to coat my lashes so that they blend in a little bit better with my falsies that I'm going to apply. And I'm using the Velour lashes in Strike a Pose, and I absolutely love these lashes. I've gotten so much use out of these. They're one of my favorite pair. To add even more drama and smokiness, I'm just using this MAC Feline Eye Kohl in Tight Lining, also applying it to my lower waterline as well. And then for a look this dramatic, you're going to want to coat those lower lashes. And I'm using the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara in black and just giving those lower lashes a couple coats of this mascara. And for an overall bronze look, I'm using the lighter side of this bronzer by BECCA. It's a new bronzer that I just recently picked up, and I believe it's new to BECCA as well. And I'm just going to bronze up my face with a big fluffy brush and just bring that on my temples where the sun naturally would hit your face. And then I'm going to go in with that darker shade, which is the shade used to contour. And I'm just going to bring that on a MAC 109 brush and just put that in the very hollows of my cheeks. And then using that same contour shade in the BECCA Duo, I'm just going to quickly contour my nose and just do the same old same, just bring it down the sides of my nose, and then I'm also going to lightly bring it across the very tip and bridge of my nose just to accentuate my nose's natural shape. If you noticed earlier in the video, I was losing a little bit of the foundation on my nose because I had done my foundation and everything prior to filming this actual look. I had it on for a few hours actually before I got around to filming, so I'm just quickly fixing up where I lost some foundation. And then I'm putting on a highlight. I'm using MAC Pearl Cream Color Base, which is one of my favorite highlight products of all time, and just putting that on the very apples of my cheeks and then bringing it back along my cheekbones. Look. In terms of the lips, I'm going to keep it really natural and nude. I'm going to go in with this lip pencil by MAC. It's in Oak, and it's just a nice brown shade, and I'm going to not overdraw my lips, just go with the natural shape of my lip, and then go in with MAC Blankety, which is a new lipstick of mine. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a really nice taupey shade of nude, and it just complements my skin tone really well. It's one of my new favorites. And here's the finished look. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this super dramatic look, and I'll be sure to do more. Be sure to check out Shay's channel with her more wearable version, and thank you so much for watching.